Jensen Cheese has always been a family-owned and operated company. Jensen Limited is named after my grandfather, Arne Munck Jensen. Arne Jensen was born in Stenlille, Denmark in 1909. After he left school at the age of 14, Arne trained and apprenticed as a cheesemaker. He learned the cheesemaking trade in Aarhus, Stenlille, and Copenhagen, Denmark.
And at that particular time, he was very interested in making cheese over there.
My grandfather, Arne Munck Jensen, came over from Denmark in the 20s. He landed in Montreal and worked his way down the St. Lawrence River until he eventually came to our area here in Norfolk County. He worked on small farms, making cheese and working in dairies. In those times, he was paid in cheese because it was a poor time in the 30s. He sold that cheese from door to door until he got enough money together to purchase a truck. He went to the farmers markets around in the area, selling cheese out of the back of a truck.
My father worked specifically in what we used to call going to market. And we had, at one particular time, 7 markets.
Until he eventually got to a point where he could afford his own place and he sold from there. He focused on retail sales and bought cheese from the smaller local plants. Arne met Norma Whiteside in 1934. After dating for 2 years, they got married and began a family. Their son Eric was born in 1937. Eric helped with the family business until he eventually went to university to study business. Arne developed a heart condition, and that forced Eric to come home and take over running the business in 1957.
From 1957 until 1979, I worked 7 days a week for 22 years.
Under Eric's leadership, the company prospered and expanded rapidly. Many family members worked for Jensen Cheese, aunts and uncles, sons and daughters.
This was where we coalesced the family Jensen at that particular time. It is just a feeling that we have nothing that we cannot do because we are collectively all working together as a family.
When my grandfather was selling cheese here in Norfolk County, he was using local manufacturers. As the larger factories purchased the cheesemakers in the area, they purchased the factories to get their quota, and they would close down the factories. My grandfather was forced to use manufacturers that were farther away from Norfolk County until they eventually settled on the expertise and craftsmanship of Wilton Cheese. The Wilton Cheese Factory is in eastern Ontario in Odessa County. They've been manufacturing cheddar cheese since 1867 for 147 years. They were a farmers collective, so they were a group of farmers together that were pooling their milk to make cheese. They got tired of manufacturing, but they wanted to sell the factory to a person that was going to keep the history and integrity of the factory intact. So they eventually asked if my grandfather would purchase the factory in 1977. Eric met Betty Lou Rustling, and they married and began a family. Scott, their youngest son, grew up involved in the family business. Like his father before him, he eventually returned to become more actively involved in the company.
Scott was well apprised of exactly what we were doing. Now I'm pushing 80 years old now. It's my turn to have a poor heart, and this is what's slowing me up, but he's doing well, and I'm very appreciative of that.
Well, I'd always been involved in the family business. It was around 2000 when I officially came back to take the family business over, and my father's been showing me the ropes about management and business and cheese making, and I think things are going pretty well.
A number 1.
In 1977, when the Wilton Cheese Factory was sold to Arne Jensen, it was under the condition that the name never be changed. This deal was done on a handshake. To this day, we still honor this long-standing agreement by having the two names together, Jensen Cheese and the Wilton Cheese Factory. Who says a handshake doesn't mean anything anymore? This is why when we say to you that we try to manufacture the best product we can, you can believe us. Respect for you as a customer of ours by honoring traditions is how we create our award-winning cheddars. The recipes that we're following are the traditional methods of cheddar making. We haven't deviated the process in our lifetimes, and neither did my grandfather. We're making the same cheddar that the cheese factory's been making for 147 years.
We don't change the best. We just used everything that was natural. We did not put anything in. We used the very best milk humanly possible. We used it and we knew how to handle it. There was absolutely nothing wrongly done from 1925 to what we presently have.
What really sets our cheese apart from other cheeses in the marketplace is we still use 100% whole milk. We're not taking any of the cream out, so we're still using everything to make a whole, refreshing artisan cheese. We're making an old world cheese for a new society.
My name is Scott Jensen, and my family makes great cheese.